chat, kind of, but one of my friends is doing a
Hello, everybody. How is it going? Hope you are all well. I'm gonna keep the pre-stream music going, just very quiet.
Why are you shirtless, Steven?
You used the screen? You used our horrible screen?
Yes. I did. Also, I don't know what happened, but ever since I left to go and get a burger, and then I came back, like right before game, my screen is like breaking on my my main monitor. It's like going in and out of static. So that's unfortunate.
Oh.
Please don't I have a family? I didn't ask. Get timed out.
Oh
Rip Bozo.
No!
Rip.
But so,
Ripperoni.
welcome in, everybody. It's been a little while coming, but after the finale of The Emperor, we are... Oh, you're off-center. There.
I'm also off center.
Are you? What happened? Oh, you know what? I shrank everybody's tokens so that way they would be uniform.
Excuse me.
There. That's good enough. Hope you have all
I
been
got a
well.
big body, little head.
That's okay. That's okay. There's not a whole lot going on up there for Athisian.
You know what?
He doesn't
That's
need
fair.
a very large head.
Are you talking about the character or the player?
So, how's everybody been? Anybody got anything new and fun going on?
Damn.
Nothing much new and fun.
I
The
joined a
campaign's
Pathfinder.
ending. That's kind of crazy.
I
is
joined
kinda
a Pathfinder campaign.
Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Ooh.
Have you
I
found
am
it
playing-
yet?
Campaign.
It's starting soon, but I'll be playing a Tengu swashbuckler named Tira
Ooh.
Misu.
Oh,
That's a
Swashbuckler's pretty cool.
fantastic name.
I love that. Hell yeah.
Who's this with, Walter?
Do you know who Sajochi is?
I don't.
He's if you played, he's on the Graveyard SMP, so you might have met him, but he's a friend I met like a few months ago, and he's really into TTRPG, and he has this is like a group of beginners for Pathfinder, and
Is
one
that what
person
you-
who's what was that?
You finish first. You finish first.
And one person in the campaign is new to TTRPGs in general, so it's going to be like relatively light, simple campaign.
Nice. Is that what I've been seeing, like you and Ursa and them on Spirit Board live streaming or whatever?
Was that sorry?
I don't know. I know I've seen you, Ursa, and I think who you were talking about on like the Spirit Board in your Discord, like showing screen or whatever.
Oh yeah, we was the other day. It was like creating the character. So Ursa's actually not part of the campaign. He was just like helping with the character
Helping?
creation. Like,
That's fair. Pathfinder gets some nutty character
Yeah.
creation.
I remember doing character
But-
creation for a campaign in Pathfinder, and then it never happened, and I haven't touched it again since.
Ripperoni.
Mm-hmm.
I've never done Pathfinder.
Last time I played Pathfinder, it was the original Perry Norman. Perry Cougar was his name.
I've
He was
I've done Pathfinder only once. I played a character named Woody Goodshoes. He was a human gunslinger. He was a human gunslinger vigilante with the alias Rocky Bad Boots.
Rocky Bad Boots. That's a great name.
That's really good.
Woody Goodshoes and Rocky Bad Boots.
That's good. That's
really
good.
I think the last time I did Pathfinder was the second edition on a campaign, but like no one really wanted to learn the system, so it kind of just died.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, most of the group was more of a 5e diehards, so at the
Yeah,
time-
I'll be playing 2014 D&D 5e until it burns to the ground. Mostly
there's
out of
not gonna be any more
stubbornness.
besides homebrew, so
Mostly out of stubbornness from my like unwillingness to learn a new system.
I like to consider myself a radical hater for 5.5 currently.
there's some good
There-
things for
there's no
5.5,
reason-
but there's still some stuff that's like,
I refuse to acknowledge it due to the fact that they tried to do all that shady stuff a while back.
Oh yeah. They're definitely working on the 6th edition behind the scenes after I don't think 5.5's really done any good sales.
I don't remember what the shady stuff was. I just remember that it happened, and so
Basically,
was a
they're claiming
5.5.
Yeah, that's the D&D 2024. So it's basically the 5.5.
Mhm.
It was very similar between 3 and 3.5 in a way for D&D, but they were trying to essentially claim everything D&D. If you did homebrew, it's theirs. You couldn't do anything about it. Hence
Oh.
why Wizards of that's why like Paizo and a few others made Orc, their version of the ORS, but this one's no one really claims it. Hence why Paizo had to also change the names of all their stuff and get rid of few races. So like the Drow are not in Paizo anymore or Pathfinder.
That's
And they
right.
had to rename all the dragons. Like they can't use gold, silver, or anything like that. They had to change it completely. Same with like red and all that.
Interesting. Yeah, now I remember. We took a small break because I was like, I'm not letting wizards take my shit.
Mm-hmm.
I remember now. One of our many hiatuses. Well,
We play D&D? What?
every now and then. Once every month or so.
Sounds about right.
But yeah, starting tomorrow, going back to Bloodline starting back up, if I can.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Just heard the Walter.
The distant woo from Walter, the woo of approval.
I was in the kitchen just grabbing a drink.
Oh, gotcha. And after that, I've got a couple things in the works. Some people here already know about a few of them. Some people in chat know a couple things about a few of them. But yeah, we'll we got to see what happens. Because I also want to finish up. I want to get current on Final Fantasy, and I'm not sure how long that's gonna take.
You're like
Black Cat, guess what?
not too far
What?
off.
I got my account fixed. I'm back on Final Fantasy 14.
Yo,
Let's go!
where are you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm still in the beginning of Heavensward.
Oh,
Ooh.
you're away.
I am super
If-
early.
If
And I-
you ever need a taxi or decide that you want to stream it and want like a co-op person or anything like that, you let me know.
I also literally need a refresher on how to play it because I haven't played in like 2 years.
You're so
and-
early enough, it doesn't matter.
And all my like changes got set to default, so everything's back to default settings, and I'm like, oh, I need to go change everything back, but I don't remember how it was.
Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't remember what the muscle memory is, but it wasn't this. Yeah. Well, if you ever feel like playing, feel free to hit me up. I'm working on getting my first job up to 100 so that way I never have to go through the entire MSQ playing as a tank again.
No.
It is better than going through the entire MSQ playing as a healer, which I did for A Realm Reborn. That was rough.
I main Astros, so that was my experience between every expansion.
It was very funny at the end of A Realm Reborn, beating La Habrea to death with a stick.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, when I last played, I remember the two jobs I played were White Mage and Samurai.
Mm.
I did not know how to tank. I was not coordinated enough for that.
Well, luckily for you, you're not. Well, I mean, not really luckily for you, I guess. I know that they've changed Samurai multiple times since then.
Yep.
Fuck.
Yeah, you haven't played in a while, so and you're still early on the game. It's not gonna be an issue for you relearning things because you'll just learn it naturally.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm debating about getting back to
I mean-
14, but like,
My Final Fantasy 14 scares me because I'm very bad at following instructions. I'm very good at getting people to yell at me saying I'm doing it wrong.
yeah, 14 is
Hey, I returned
because
to
of the
make
nature of
sense.
14's combat encounters. Yeah, you need to follow instructions compared to WoW. Like 14's more of like a ballroom dance, while if you like played like WoW or something like that, that's more of a brawl.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Especially the
gotta be
newest
more-
raid tier, which has literally a dance battle. I want to
Yep.
get to the Arcadians so bad. It's the entire reason I want to get through Dawn Trail.
My roommate, he's a savage, like extreme player, like top of the game. Like he used to be, or still maybe still is, like top 50 white mages in the world.
Mm.
And yeah, I'm gonna get to hear that tomorrow because he's like, "You motherfucker, listen to me," because he's basically the planner of how to mechanics for his group.
They added in a new system to make planning easier, and I've only seen it used for memes.
Yes,
They have like
browse
a strategy drawing board, and people have been using it to make art.
I love that.
But that is for it's time out, Jaybird. Okay.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
mod
I'm
privileges again.
just out of prison, ready to make my grand return as we go back and finish this campaign.
Rip
Damn.
Bozo.
Rip this bozo.
Rip Bozo. So, I suppose I will start off the epilogue by giving the information that I had given you all previously. With, let's see, I stopped the music. That's right, I just stopped the music because I decided that if I do have a couple of copyrighted songs in there, and if I have it playing in the background, that means the entire VOD's going to get muted. So, let's instead bring up Pocket Bard after all.
Probably
One
I need to
moment.
share this one profile I have for OBS with you that you can split the audio between your browser and games like that.
I
Then you
do
just have
have it.
copyright stuff in the back. Oh, okay.
I have it split up on the starting soon screen, but other than that, I just have it on. Let's go for some nice casual city music. I think that'll do. There, if you all want to listen in as well. So, in the aftermath of your clash with Oriel at the top of the Tower of Regret, the world went through many changes. No longer supported by their celestial warlord, the lizard folk of the shifting bog have retreated. However, peace has not been declared, and diplomacy has not yet resumed. They remain in a Cold War situation further with the remainder of Aspera. A few small skirmishes have still broken out along their border, and despite your actions at Goldcrest, it would appear that Raji does yet live, confirming your prior suspicions that he used some sort of magic to control the body of the Warforged. The newly reborn and not psychotic Oriel has been very open to speaking with the leaders of any nation that is willing to hear him out. Oriel informs the world leaders and influential adventurers that Relkath is a highly dangerous god, and that they are more than willing to wipe out entire nations to ensure the future that they desire. However, the exact definition of that future seems to change regularly over the past few centuries. Small addition here to what I had sent you all before. Glug, you do still hear the music. It is more discordant than before, but it is still ever present.
I feel like Glug would just try his best to not pay attention to it.
It's
considering
like it's faint boss music, like tinnitus.
Yeah, it's like when you're playing Dark Souls or something, and you manage to cheese the boss, and it's just the music still constantly playing in the background because the game doesn't know the boss is dead.
Oh no.
Some other information that Oriel shares with you all is that he had at one point been Relkath's second in command on their council, but after he began to show what they considered to be weakness, he was replaced by a man known as the Jailer. He informs the world leaders that the land that we know as Aspera is but a small fraction of our world, and if we want to brave the seas and discover what else is out there, and how the rest of the world is faring, we'll need to deal with the Stormlord, the Leviathan that roams the seas surrounding Aspera. There are also likely many god prison towers in the rest of the world, not simply here in Aspera. Moving away from Oriel, some other events that have been happening in the world. The Black Hearts have become far more secluded. Their tournaments and blood games have become less common, and rumor has it that they've been leaving the city of Grotza less and less. The King of Miram, Leo, who you all are very familiar with, some of you closer friends than others, the assassination attempt that was being planned during the war with the Shifting Bog failed dramatically, with the entire band of assassins being slain in the streets when they attempted to stab him in the market.
So sad.
Anyway, Alexa, play Despacito. Um,
Oh my fucking god.
let's see. I had given a little bit more information in people's DMs, but I will bring that up when it becomes prevalent. For now, I'm going to go through the post-game stuff that our 2 missing players today had sent me. Gil is not going to be sticking around much. He is going to be traveling the world, leaving the power of the book behind. Letting you all know that you're free to do whatever they want, but if you decide that you want to travel with him, he would appreciate the company. He is going all over the lands of Aspera, forming franchises of the Marvelous Miracle Mercenaries, and attempting to make more of a name for himself. His end goal is to defeat the Black Hearts and beat Alistair at his own game. He would also give up on selling cabbage water. Next, we have Myrrh.
It was such a great business idea, though.
It
He's
was.
making bank with it.
No, he was making a decent amount of money. This
Angel
is
hangs up his wings.
this is word for word what Nagi had sent me from Myrrh. The angel fixed remains only half of the problem. The world of Asperis still a mystery and still aching. Myrrh leaves the mercenaries, not out of distance or distaste, but out of love for her newfound friends and her newfound sense of morality. Myrrh searches where nature cries and where war has scarred the lands and its people. Myrrh searches for things to mend. She travels back into broken grounds where fields still yield no fruit, where mortals still linger in post-battle suffrage. Her hands mended not only wounds of battle, but the scars of the land. She began to seek for druids in the north after rumors of wild folk whose way of living did not disrupt the land met her ears. She desperately searched for those who could help her return the land to health, not just for nature, but for the future of the land she now calls home, and for the love of her friends and the lives they still have yet to live. She still yearns to remember her life before she found cause again in the restoration of Aspera and her people. As the years go on, Myrrh learned of the comfort, love, selflessness, and fragility of mortal lives, and the luminousness their presence brought. On her journeys, she'd cross paths with soldiers and refugees, and began to heal them as they would pass from afar in the woodland shadows. She began to know well that war and battle would never leave the land. So Myrrh leaves you all and begins to travel north to find the root causes of suffering in the world and fix them. Sorry about that. I had just gotten food like minutes before session, so they were asking me about the drinks that were left on the counter. Nobody wanted them. But yes. Myrrh going to the north to find the causes of suffering in the world and try to mend them. Would anybody here like to go first on what their characters are going to be doing in the aftermath of their campaign? Otherwise, I'm going to roll the d4 and we're going to find out the fun way.
I think we should do it the fun way.
Very well. I'm going to be going down my list here. The first one being Drac. I know that you and Honey are somewhat tied together in your characters' backstories.
Indeed.
So go ahead and share whatever you're comfortable with.
Shit.
Well said.
Where'd I throw it down?
I can introduce the topic if you so need.
We're tied together. Go. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Sanguine and Fervor are engaged. We're engaged. We're still engaged. We haven't had the wedding yet.
The internal engagement.
Contrary to what Shirley just put in chat, Fervor does not kill Sanguine. That is not something that's happening.
No. Shirley said Freever kills Sanguine. That's the next villain.
Freever. Oh no, I didn't account for this.
Their twin evil sister, Freever.
An ice genasi.
They're an ice genasi.
That's fucked up and evil. Sanguine, don't go back to Frostford, no! Sanguine and Fervor are still engaged. Sanguine, after meeting Oral, was pretty enthusiastic about Oral's mindset and mission when it came to trying to put the war of the shifting bog at peace. So he and Fervor accompanied him down to the borders of the shifting bog where Oral remains, trying to negotiate peace. Along the way, they made a stop in Frostford. And Sanguine turned in his robes to the Church of St. Horace. It's not a messy part. He cited to Titus that he would like to support Oral, not as the Church of Horace, but in his own way, and also that he's going to get married to Fervor, so he's going to have a lifestyle change. With that, though, as well, Fervor had a request from Titus regarding the lizard folk eggs.
Yeah. Fervor very much wanted to raise them themselves. Hoping that would give them the morale of them and those around them, versus the morals of the lizard folk. Raise them to be as wild folk and be survivors, hunting, providing what is needed, and not taking too much of what's out there.
Yeah. So, the Church of St. Horace being very much about nurture versus nature, the people that you surround yourselves with when you are young, giving you a chance to become more than you would otherwise be born to be, are more than willing to allow you to raise the lizard folk children. On the understanding that if it came out that you were, for any reason, attempting to raise them as an army, in a similar way to what Raji did, there would be consequences. Otherwise, they are happy to let you raise them as you see fit.
So Sanguine and Fervor went on to raise our child army.
Nice.
They all.
Our lizard folk child soldiers.
Kill my soldiers.
No, I think Fervor and I will heed that warning. Fervor just wants to be a mother, I think.
Yeah. But there's that. There's also the fact that they are mutated with the infusion of fire elementals. So.
Yes. Making them significantly more dangerous children than usual.
Yeah.
Another thing we wanted to do.
Helping them gain control of that. Okay.
Another thing we wanted to do, and Black Cat, I don't know what your timeline you would imagine this goes. We want to try to reincarnate Zishk. Pool our money together, see if we can find a druid, and reincarnate Zishk with Oral present, given that Oral used to be commanding their army.
Yeah. Yeah, I read that before I went and grabbed a burger. Well, hold on.
Yeah, if I
have
didn't
to
mention it
find it.
earlier, sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I have to find it because I did put down what Zish would reincarnate as. Ah,
Oh, I'm so
This
grateful
is-
this was.
yes. It is a very funny situation. I actually didn't roll this. No, wait, I did. Zishk would be reincarnated into the body of an air genasi.
Oh my god! Air Genasi! Oh, that's interesting.
Hmm.
And although they still are not your friend,
I wonder why.
seeing their god in the flesh, something that Zish would make clear is that most of the lizard folk had never seen Orel. They were led entirely by Raji, and Raji saying that he had basically like a patron that was going to be helping them. The vast majority of them did not ever see Orel in the flesh. Being in the presence of the god of war, it's kind of, what's the word? A little bit awe-inspiring. Zishk would like to travel with Orel and learn the old ways of war.
And I think Sanguine
hell
and
yeah.
Fervor are also going with the Oral.
So they become
Oh.
friends eventually.
It would seem that no longer being bound by the reptile brain of the lizard folk. Not to say that lizard folk can't be intelligent, but they are biologically predisposed to, like, violence and not especially high critical thinking. No longer being bound by that, they do start to change.
Oh, it would be fun.
And over time, they would become more caring. They would start out very, like, emotionless. Still borderline more like a wild animal than a person. But over a couple of years, which the next campaign will probably be taking place, well, the next step in Aspera, because it might happen in Bloodlines, it might not, would probably be taking place only a few years after the Emperor comes to an end. But even by that point, Zishk has shown an interest in, how do I say, not quite social studies, but more like learning what makes a person tick. Kind of psychology, and how psychology works in warfare. But it's a step in the right direction.
You know what? We take those steps.
Yeah. Hell
I
yeah.
want to imagine that
Yeah.
we're like, you're such an airhead, Zish. It goes, yes.
That is correct.
Definitely the third definitely the final generation. We would definitely be opposed to this.
Maybe. We're gonna see what happens. We gotta get there first. Y'all gotta
True.
survive. Because y'all are possibly gonna have, like, 3 potential BBEGs. 3 generations,
Let's
3
roll.
big bad guys. It's entirely possible that some family lines ain't making it to the end.
You know, it's so true. So true.
Yeah.
Wild.
I got ideas actually. Now I'm thinking about it for that.
Now, honey, did we decide on if we were doing the place itself or being nomadic?
I think we're just traveling nomadic and settling
Okay.
where we are with Oral. So
Heard.
following the tower, and parting ways with Glog and the rest of the party to be on with Fervor and Oral, following his, I guess, crash out that you all witnessed. Sanguine seems to have kind of found himself a new fixation, both in caring for Fervor and showing Fervor the world, but also enthusiastically showing Oral the world. He is very defensive and protective of Fervor, but is still loving to her and Oral. And as a couple, they will also love Oral as well, should he choose to reciprocate them. Mwah, mwah.
I will leave that up to your imaginations.
What's that meme that I sent you? Front
It's
side,
literally-
back side, 180. Skin to skin.
This is the baby
It's
in the
what's ever
trash
happening
can.
in
That's
Cowgirl
shirtless
chats. What's
Steve.
happening?
What?
The baby in the trash can is shirtless Steve.
That's shirtless Steve. Yes, that's shirtless Steve. Yeah. Let's add on to the epilogue, I guess. And Sanguine's going to send a phone call. He's gonna send a sending.
God, I hate you.
He's
Don't
gonna
make me
send a
do this.
sending to shirtless Steve. And he's gonna go, "Hi, Steve. How are you? It's been a long time. I'm getting married soon. We'll have the wedding in Giada. Could I
I'm
crash
sorry,
at your
the user you're
place?"
trying to connect is not here at the moment. Please leave a message.
I'm sorry, we'll have the wedding in Giada. What comes after that?
Then could we crash at your place? Could we crash at your place then?
Then could we crash?
Did I run out of words? I was counting on my hand.
Yeah, it would end at then could we crash?
No, I thought I got 25. Oh no.
Wait, that was 25, wasn't it?
I don't even know. I did not count this in advance. This was a half. Hold on, let me word counter.
Then Sanguine can crash into the ground dead. Thank you, Shirley. But either way, I'll give you the few extra words.
Well, how about this? Hi, Steve. How are you? I'm getting married soon. We will have the wedding in Giada. I would love for you to meet her. How that?
Yeah. You would end up hearing back. Fuck, now I gotta give Steve a voice.
Oh, come on. You said that you had a voice this whole time, Black Cat.
I do. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Like, I have a few different variations of this accent. Oh, hell. We'd be happy to have you. Come on back down. Made quite a name for yourself. How about a rematch? That'd be it.
This time I won't hold out.
Basic. Yeah,
Sanguine
saying
will-
come on back down. Let's have a rematch.
Sanguine will respond, "Sounds great. Thank you, Daddy. I'll see you sometime soon."
I'm not going to dignify that with a response.
He leaves me on red? I
Yes.
can't
Damn.
believe this.
He sends you the mental version of a check mark upon hearing the word daddy.
He's a busy man. Never really was much of a father figure, huh? Sniff, sniff.
All right. Well, I
We love
suppose
that.
that actually only leaves two people. That would be Athisian first.
Bitch.
Hmm.
All right. Well, for the most part, after the whole campaign, Thician would ideally one probably help Gil hunt or fight the Black Hearts,
Mhm.
and he doesn't fully believe Signwrath is really dead. So during his off time, he's definitely gonna be working on getting bigger and stronger to where almost no dragon could become his equal, and be the opposite side of the coin to Cyan, being more of the more prideful, like be more like the metal dragon to Signwrath's chromatic dragon side of things. Really show them, really do his motto of "I didn't hear no bell, never give up, never surrender."
I will tell you straight up, Signwrath is not dead.
Oh yeah, he did not believe that for a moment.
Estinian. God, now even I'm doing it. I was just playing Final Fantasy earlier. Athisian would find out almost immediately upon arriving in Giada, or not Giada, in Grotza. They're all alive. Signwrath, very much alive. Very rarely seen outside of the Blackheart Manor. But that is not unusual. Leading up to the war and their involvement in the war, Signwrath had always been kind of kept secluded. And whenever he was brought out, typically seemed more like a monster than a man. This has not changed.
Yeah. For sure, one thing he would do, as he would get where he would believe, or realistically would be up to par to Signwrath after a while, he would try to take away his spot on the wall at the Warhawk, for sure, even if he doesn't care for that anymore.
Mm.
But yeah, he would definitely try to not go out of his way to fight Signwrath, but definitely try to opposite mirror him.
Yeah. Is he looking to eventually fight Signwrath, or is it like...
He would probably eventually, after a while, want to actually fight him one-on-one. And
but
at
for
least
right now, just tarnishing his
right
legacy.
now, yeah. Tarnish his legacy. At the very least, make it a stalemate.
Mhm.
Where neither one could win. Ideally win, but he won't possibly do that.
We're gonna have a fucking kaiju fight someday.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is a very unimportant detail, but with Myr gone on doing her own thing, you have a shoulder saddle, but you also now have a hawk from the Band of the Hawk.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So-
That's where the hawk. That's where the hawk sits whenever Myr's not there. Basically, yeah.
Mhm.
He would also offer to train more blood hunters to help with the. What was that one group that's in? I think it's Frostford, where the
The Circle
That
of
was
the
based off that-
Witchkeepers.
Yeah, he would, because he's definitely part of that due to the nature of his job, and he would definitely try to use his influence to train more blood hunters for that purpose.
Very well. I would also tell you that over your time of kind of looking for ways to learn more about the Black Hearts, you would find that ever since they've become more secluded, they've been hiring a lot of miners. Like, not children, but people who dig.
Child soldiers.
Minor
Not
miners.
again. They yearn for the mines.
Indeed. And I guess for the viewers as well, he at the end of, as y'all, some of y'all have heard it if y'all watched the final episode, Athesian did create a fable for his own compared to the rest of the party members.
Yes.
Called I need to pull it up on my end. Called the Bell Ringer.
Yeah, you would call it the Bell Ringer. And, well, not children. Yeah, it was kind of a slip of the tongue there.
It's not really much you could really call it, you know.
Yeah.
I guess excavators.
Your fable.
Yes.
Yeah, excavators could work. But then that sounds like heavy machinery, and that's not invented yet.
True.
Athisian, your fable is still in its infancy. However, by the time that you possibly show up in another person's campaign, it may have grown. Or you may die, and it will pass on to someone else, and then you will be working on what it does. Aside from the one effect that it currently has. And with that, brings us to our final party member who is here for the day. Glug. What are you doing post-campaign?
Post-campaign? So, Glug would probably... I know Gil handed down his, the company to Glug. I think ultimately Glug would probably decline the offer because Glug is still trying to, like, you know, do some soul searching and try to, like, figure out himself and what he wants to do instead of just following someone else. So Glug will probably return to the Shifting Bog to try to reclaim some kind of relationship with his people. And I was thinking that Glug could be like sort of a diplomat for the Grung people to help, you know, build a relationship with other like nations and other cities, other people, so that like the Grung aren't like, you know, just looked at as food for like the lizard folk and seen as, you know, actual people. And he would want to like try to like bring like he would want to like be a voice for the Grung people. So I don't know if people would be willing to let him talk considering his like, you know, what he did before leaving, but he wants to build that relationship with like the people and try to like speak for his people basically.
Very well. That is definitely doable. And the Grung, with how few of them there are, definitely need somebody in a position of power able to speak up for them. So, your life as a Grung advocate would probably mostly be a peaceful one, for the near future. However, you still made a decision. And the consequences of that decision are not something that is going to leave Glug. You would regularly be getting visits in your dreams from Relkat, telling you that you are still meant for more than this. That they can overlook this one slight, this one little issue. And that all they want is someone who can help them make the world right.
Glug would probably just ignore it and be like, I'm gonna do things my way.
Nah, I'm gonna do my own thing.
Yeah, no, that's what Glug is thinking. Like, nah, I am not gonna be used. I am not gonna follow people. I'm gonna pave my own path. Whether it's right or wrong, that'll be my burden to carry. And mine is alone.
Deciding to stay stalwart and steadfast in your ways, you turn her down. But that mask, it calls to you. Like the Green Goblin mask. Think of all the power.
I think Glug will probably lock up the mask just to make sure that he doesn't get tempted by it.
Lock it up. The Green Goblin mask.
But like
I
the
don't know,
Goblin mask,
I thought you were going down the route of like the mask, you know, like
like Jim Carrey the mask.
Yeah, Jim Carrey's mask. Yeah.
Smoking.
Very well.
But Glug, I feel like Glug would want to like stay out of fighting and just stay out of wars, and he's seen a lot of bloodshed. He's seen a lot of stuff, and he wants to like. He wants to lead a peaceful life, but also a meaningful life, one where he can like help his people. And he doesn't want to. And he does not want to rely. He wants to rely on his own strengths for the time being.
Very well. Well, with everyone going their own ways and following their own goals and dreams, that is where our story ends for the time being. Your characters remain alive in the world of Aspera, and although they may come in contact with future adventurers who are in need, and their decisions will still have an impact, your stories, for right now, have come to an end. There is still one person that I don't know if you want me to tell everyone what you are currently doing, but the only person who seems to have much of a plan after the finale of Apex Island. Toast Bias Eggs Benedict.
Toby!
Do you want your plans to be known, or would you like that to come up in a future game as a surprise?
Following, I guess I can just share Toby with Oral here. I don't think the players in here really know what happened at Apex Island other than Walter. Toast Bias Eggs Benedict is a 17-year-old Azamar who kind of took, combined with his aunt, they were kind of a menace across the continent for like about like a year. And then he got arrested and supposedly executed because of their vigilante work regarding trying to expose legal human trafficking across Aspera in the prisoner trade. Toby, alongside other criminals during Apex Island, he was ironically sold to the Arcane Academy of Isle Prisca and was okay, well, back it up. No, he was sold to the Collector, who wanted to study him, and the Azamar, as an Azamar, and the Celestial entity that was watching over him as a Celestial guard.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Collector, in exchange for his freedom, told him to do this job for the Arcane Academy. following that job, which was the plot of the one shot.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Toby, they brought back a kid, from this island that was one of many people from another time, another version of Aspera.
Mm-hmm.
This kid didn't even speak common, but Toby was able to communicate with them telepathically. And this kid was being raised by a celestial, or manufactured by a celestial on this island to create supposedly obedient celestial slaves. And Toby is now back a free man. His crimes in Isle Brisca cleared as a result of the job. Now worried over this child in the Arcane Academy of Isle Brisca, where he accidentally gave a celestial parasite and some minor celestial powers to the Archmage. That was
totally not going to abuse that.
That was a major oopsie. Last thing Toby did that campaign. It was so incredibly funny watching Toby, this 17-year-old, freak out about it in real time, the consequences of his actions. So I have yet to understand what Toby has done upon the world with Evius, Archmage of the Arcane Academy, now has celestial knowledge. But Toby struck a deal with him and said, let me watch over this kid, even though you're gonna study him, you're gonna study him, then let him free. So now he's there in the Arcane Academy, freaked out of his mind. But apparently, there's an actual real celestial in this world. So Toby wanted to know what the fuck's going on. And over a course of time, got to know our good friend Oral. And even though Toby didn't tell him about Zero, the kid, and even his worries about what they saw on the island, implying that us Celestials creating human slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Toby feels confident as a result of Oral approving of his drastic vigilante action across Aspera. That Oral will side with him if he has to break Zero out of the Arcane Academy and turn against the Arcane Academy and their very shady business that they have going on. And unfortunately, Toby's realizing it doesn't seem like the Arcane Academy is going to let Zero go. And the Arcane Academy is also starting to push the meddling Toby, worried for Zero, out more and more. And he wants to do something about it.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the extent that I've discussed with Black Cat.
Yeah. And I think
The
that
next
that
campaign,
is
kill
where-
Tika. Got it.
I think that huh?
What?
Wrong
He's
character.
the one that really owns. I thought Tika's the one that's mage that runs the academy, right?
No.
Different Magic Academy. There's two different
Oh, yeah.
academies.
Oh, I forgot there was another
There-
Magic Academy. I forgot.
Yeah. That's because there's nothing on that island. Every campaign Tika's in, he just writes on that little island, nothing here. Yes, there is the Sorcerer's Academy run by Atai Kodo on the island that you all had visited south of Isla Brisca. And then there is the Arcane Academy, where they are training like more wizards and bards. Like arcane casters not inherited. But I mean, you guys can kill Atai if you want to. I can, it's not up to me.
Toby's a little preoccupied, but he does go by the AWAB standard right now. All wizards are bastards. He does not trust any single one of them. If you have a
All
book,
right.
it is kill on sight.
Okay, very
None of
cool.
us can afford an
you're
education.
a
This is the
nerd,
root of the
fuck you.
problem in Aspera. Toby goes on his extremist
Very cool.
speech again.
Very cool. Knowledge is bad. Toby, I don't think this is the fight you're meaning to fight.
You're talking about the kid who came from the failed cult Porridge on the countryside of Groza, who didn't realize that there was a Priaspera. He no, hold on. He thought the founder of Porridge was a part of the Priaspera, in that we didn't all just wake up something like 80 years ago.
What a pleasant future dictator. Please don't become a dictator with the name Toast Bias Eggs Benedict.
Now you kind of have to.
I think Toby. I don't think Toby's meant for leadership. He's too busy calling people out and starting fights, I think.
Mm-hmm. Very fair. Well, I believe that is all of the characters who are currently active right now, aside from previous campaigns. Does anybody have anything else that they would like to add or ask about?
How's Sheldon doing?
That's a good question. Hey, Walter.
Yeah.
How's Sheldon doing?
What was Kiara's character name again?
Kriv.
Kriv.
So if I remember what happened at the end, Sheldon hired Kriv and not Slarg, right?
I think that you had also hired Slarg, but I can't remember.
No, Slarg is at the Arcane Academy, and he was haha goofy depressed, but now he's actually legitimately depressed because he is like not sleeping. I talked about this R4. He's just not sleeping at the Arcane Academy.
I know I hired Kriv.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sheldon would just be like back at doing his old thing, just like he hasn't learned. He's still doing drug trafficking, but this time he has a bodyguard named Kriv to like bail him out whenever he gets into scraps.
He went back to the drug life. Sheldon, you hustler.
Bro got
it's not illegal unless you get caught.
Relapsed.
Yeah.
Frame 1. That's crazy.
Sheldon is not morally good.
I think if it was the same with Toby, all of our one-shot characters only had their criminal sentence erased in Isle Brisga.
Yes. Because that's the only one that they had, like, authority over.
Sheldon's got like a foreign bank account, I feel like.
He does.
He's like making phone calls to operate his business.
Every time he finishes a phone call, he snaps his phone and gets a new one.
It's like the sending spell, but he has to snap his fingers.
Alright. Well. With that, and I thank you all for playing. And I am sorry that the epilogue took so long to get out. But I look forward to seeing you all in whatever campaigns come next. Thanks for playing. Thanks everybody for watching.
Tune in tomorrow to see Opal blow up again.
Yeah. I mean, there is a larger chance than with anybody else.
So true.
First time I cast a spell, nat 1 on the wild magic roll.
Yeah, what happened with that one? I can't remember.
After I failed, there was a 100 radius fog that just appeared centered from me.
That's right.
It wasn't bad, but
it wasn't good.
It was fog. No, it was not. It was not. Well, no, it was smoke. It was not fog. It was smoke. But we were in the fog, so there was fog plus smoke.
Yeah,
it could have been really bad. It could have been really bad because there was something outside of the fog that was actively hunting you. Yeah. But we're going to go ahead and wrap up there. And I'm going to throw a raid out to Honey's friend that they had sent me. Lenore Little, who is having a VTuber re-debut, you said?
Yeah, they've rebranded several times, and I guess this is one of their newer ones with the rabbit. They've been a
they're
VTuber
ending
for
right
quite
now.
some time. They're ending right now?
I'm sending the raid before they can end. They're
Do
on
it.
the thanks for watching screen. I'm deciding that they're going to stream longer. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I hope you all have a good one. Bye, chat. Thanks for
Bye.
watching.
Well,